A new report has revealed that 1 in 5 parents actually think university wasn't worth the money for their children.
The survey found that parents typically spend nearly £3,500 a year helping their kids out at uni.
The same study showed 8 out of 10 parents are willing to shell out money in some way.
And of course, fees have gone up over the past few years. Currently, tuition in England costs, check this, £9,000 a year.
It's a lot of money, isn't it?
A lot.
So we went out and about to ask a few people whether they thought university is good value for money these days.
I think the current cost of going to university is utterly outrageous.
It is further education, so I think there's a price for that.
I went to university, but when it was 1,200-ish a year, that's definitely worth it.
I definitely don't think that £9,000 a year is an appropriate amount of money for anyone to pay.
My first job, I made £19,000 a year in a job that I could have done without a degree.
I think it gives them a good platform in life to go for. What they do with it after that, it's up to them.
Delighted to say we're now joined by a friend of mine, Michelle Dewberry, who won Series 2 of The Apprentice in about 1734. You did that on a serious note. We've talked so many times over the years working together on other things. You didn't go to university. It was all about graft. Just in terms of this report this morning, it's a financial thing this morning, but is university, and I'm not discrediting anybody who's thinking of going or has gone, does it carry as much credence, Michelle, as it used to in terms of getting a job and having a career?
Well, I think if you want to get a specialist job, so if you want to be a brain surgeon or a nurse or a doctor or something like that, then absolutely, you know, university is the route for you. But where I worry is that so many people are choosing university for jobs which, in my view, you just don't need a degree for. So if you just want to get into, I don't know, a retail role or a business role or something like that, for me, the experience of just getting yourself into that sector, getting that experience, working, that for me is way more beneficial than sitting in a classroom learning about business, for example.
OK, well, someone who might disagree with you is ALISTAIR JARVIS from Universities UK. This is why he thinks that universities are a good thing.
Graduates, on average, earn about £10,000 a year more than those who don't go to university. So, of course, over the course of a lifetime, say a 40-year career, that's £400,000. I would ask people to consider the range of options that are available. There are degree apprenticeships that over 60 universities are currently offering. There is also options in terms of part-time learning and online learning as well.
OK, well, Bobby Seagull, you also are very pro-university because you captained Emmanuel College, Cambridge to University Challenge victory.
Except semi-final.
Oh,
very close.
We'll
pretend it's victory for now.
OK, but you did very well.
She won Apprentice, she only came second, yeah?
Good point, Jeremy.
I thought that was quite a good point.
You obviously are an academic and love university and what it stands for, but are you an exception? Is it really necessary for the vast majority of people getting their Highers, getting their A-levels? Do they need to go to university?
So I'm a teacher as well, so I see students every day who are 11, 12, 13. And I think this debate's more than just about academic qualifications. It's about aspiration. And I think university is something that we should give people as an option to think about raising their hopes and aspirations. And if we tell people that have this training about, oh, it's really expensive to go to university, oh, you shouldn't consider it, you should go straight into vocational training, you're almost capping people's ambitions at a young age. And I can imagine some students now on summer holiday, they're watching in, they're 11 or 12, and they're hearing us giving scaremongering stories saying, university...
I'm going to take exception to that. I don't think it's scaremongering at all. I think in the old days, and I am 52, so I've probably got a different view. I think in the old days, as Michelle said, whereas you go to university and your parents would say, it's about learning about the world and spending 3 years to spread out and just grow up.
Yeah.
The fact is, it costs so much money, right? The fact is that, unless it's specialist, as Michelle said, you are not guaranteed a job as you were 15, 20 years ago. I want to throw something in the mix to both of you, which, Michelle, you've heard me say before, and I can't get away from this. It isn't meant to sound elitist at all. I have a feeling that, sadly, there are too many universities and colleges and too many courses. And it's a difficult one to say, isn't it? Because I'm not saying it should just be about elitism, but maybe now people are going for the wrong reasons. Do you get something with that or not?
I feel it's way too many people are told, you know, to be successful, you need to go to university, and the definition of success is, oh, you know, I've got a degree and I've got a second degree and then I've got a third degree and I'm the first person in my family to go to university. And success shouldn't just be linked to whether or not you've got that degree. And actually, thankfully, more employers now are actually saying, we don't just want to look at degrees, we want to open things to school leavers and different academic routes, and I think that's wonderful.
Nothing wrong with doing that.
It is wonderful, but very often still, employers who get a stack of applications for a job will use as a very quick way of sifting out that first process, degree or no degree. And if you haven't got one, it might not be a good thing.
True.
You're not in the pile.
But it's
that
not
gets
a byword to get the job straight away. That's what we're saying. We're not putting people off it, right? In any which way.
Yeah, I think we've got to be careful about the way we frame the debate, because university isn't the be-all and end-all. And for some of my students, there are other options for them, but I think we shouldn't put people off. Like, again, there'll be 11 or 12-year-olds watching this morning, and if they think, well, actually, it's not the right option for me, their whole mindset for school is going to be actually...
My 13-year-old just did a common entrance. I talked about her on Monday, and she did a lot better than she thought, and I think now she's thinking that maybe she would go to university, whereas before she didn't. All we're saying is, think about it. It costs a lot of money. It really does. It's not a byword into a job, but in no way should people be put off going to university. But I'm being put off because Richard Arnold's got a bag. Thank you, guys, very much indeed. Lovely to see you again.
Yes, and you. We help people get jobs, believe it or not. That's what we do, don't we?
What do you mean, believe it or not? I'm a nice person.
Yes.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much.